Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my 5-ish goals for 2025. Get it? 2025, 5 goals. Oh, that was a weak one. Um, so when I am filming this, it is December of 2024, and I know when I'm putting this out, it's February of 2025. So just know that I have these goals for the entire 2025 and not just starting in February. So yeah, let's get to it. So with me wanting to fall back in love with hiking and nature, I really wanted to make sure that I started off easy and not go full force into things, because I tend to do that. I tend to go like all or nothing, right? Like the Appalachian Trail is like all or nothing for me. Like if I can't do the entire thing, then I'm not gonna do it. And so I really want to start easy. So for 2025, like my first goal is I want to just get used to going outside and doing day hikes again. I feel like when I was training for the AT, I was out like every week, maybe 2 or 3 days a week, going outside and doing regular day hikes. I just was outside all the time, and haven't really been doing that other than like my runs, obviously, for my dopey training. So that's the first goal, is just to get back outside, doing day hikes regularly, consistently. And I think I said like a long time ago in one of my videos that I want to get back to, like, no matter what the weather is, going out and hiking. Right now on my TV I have Appalachian Trail like ambiance, and it's like a rainy scene because it's raining outside, so I felt like it would be, you know, symbiotic, whatever, I don't know the word. But so then my second goal is to hopefully get out and start doing some smaller like overnight hikes. I'm hoping to this next summer do the Foothills Trail. Now, I know I mentioned this in a previous video. I don't know if the Foothills Trail, at the time of filming this right now, only the first half of it's open, and that's the first half I've already done. So I don't want to go out and just do that other half. I want to wait until it's fully open, the full thing. But that's one of the ones I want to go out and I want to do that. Now I've planned it out to where I'll be more successful. I think the last time I went out, I was trying to do it in like 5.5 days or something like that. I want to go out and I want to take my time, and I want to do it in like 10 days and have like a day where I pick up a resupply. Like it's gonna be like a full-on adventure. So hopefully I'll get to finish the Foothills Trail. I want to go back out and start back at a Coney and do the full thing. But yeah, that's definitely one of the ones I want to do this year in 2025, hopefully over summer. That's the plan. I was debating whether I wanted to do the Ocean to Lake Trail down here in Florida. That one is, I feel like, a really good one for putting in bigger miles on my feet, because it's Florida flat, right? Like it's, I feel like it would be good, and I'd get used to like walking in wet shoes. But I don't know necessarily if I want to do that one by myself, just because of the threat of like water moccasins and all the scary Florida animals down here. I don't know if I want to be walking in knee-deep, thigh-deep water by myself. So we'll see about that one. But that one's definitely on my list for at some point. I also have the idea of doing some section hikes of the AT. I want to go out and see like what the areas that have been affected by the hurricane look like. So potentially doing that this next summer. This summer. It's 2025 when y'all are watching this. So I have that idea as well. I'm not sure if that's going to happen in summer. It might end up happening in like a November time frame, like maybe over my Thanksgiving break. I'm not sure yet. Mainly the reason why I'm not sure if it'll be over summer is because the Foothills Trail is priority for me this year. That's the thru hike that I want to do in 2025. But obviously if that doesn't open, I'm not going to go do the Florida Ocean to Lake Trail in summer, because that would just be horrible in itself. But I would maybe go out and do the some sections of the AT. Another reason why summer might not work out, even if I do the Foothills, I still have like that's gonna be 2 weeks out of my summer. I still have 6 more weeks. You're probably like, Laura, you can go out and do some AT sections in there. So I decided I wanted to go on a trip, like a actual trip, this next summer with one of my friends, and we are going to be hiking Machu Picchu. So yeah, that'll be another 2 weeks out of my break. So I will still have like a month time frame in there where I could go and do some sections of the AT, but you know, I have some things I need to save up for. So I don't know if I necessarily want to do Foothills Trail and Machu Picchu and AT sections all in one summer and blow a lot of money there. So we'll see. But yeah, any other like overnight hikes where you guys can think of? I want to do some like smaller trails this year that are, you know, somewhere between 30 to 70-ish miles. I don't want anything like super long, where I'm gonna have to take a lot of time off from work. So yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions, but let's get to my third goal. Okay, so the third goal for 2025 is to get back into hiking shape. By the time y'all are seeing this, I should be done with my races. I think I might have one more race in the books, but since I got off the AT, basically I've just been doing running training. I really haven't been doing like hiking training. And so I want to get back into hiking shape, because there's no way I'm going to eventually get back out on the AT for a through hike and be successful if I don't start hiking more. So with that being said, I want to make sure that once all my races are done, I think I have, like I said, one more in the books on the schedule when this video is coming out. For me in real time, I still have 2 race weekends. I have Dopey 2025 and Princess 2025, but once that's over, my plan is to start doing more weightlifting. I want to build up my leg muscles. I also want to build up my arm muscles and my core, because that definitely helps with hiking. So that is definitely going to be a major focus in my training moving forward. Obviously, I want to be hiking more, so I have all of these grand plans of these big trips coming up. Like I said, Machu Picchu is on the schedule already. I want to do Foothills Trail so long as it opens up. Potentially some smaller trails if y'all give me some good suggestions. I would like to do some sections of the AT. I have a lot on my schedule to be hiking more. Obviously day hikes, like I said, as well. Weightlifting, like I said, should definitely help me get back into more hiking shape. I do live in Florida, so hiking down here is very different than hiking in a mountainous region. So I want to get, you know, those muscles developed. I obviously want to get a routine established, have like a weekly routine where I'm hitting all my body parts. And then I also, one of the issues that I had when I was hiking was I lack a lot of ankle and foot strength. I just have for my entire life. When I was a kid in high school, I had really bad plantar fasciitis, and I used to have to sleep in those like sleep sock things where it's like it would strap to your ankle and strap to your foot, and your foot would be like this while you sleep the entire time. I had to sleep in those. I had to get like custom orthotics. And I think from doing all that as a kid, it's gotten a little bit better, but on the AT, it definitely flared back up. It was rough. And I think my ankle strength has never been there as well. I've sprained my ankles more times than I can count, being a basketball and volleyball player as a kid. So that's definitely something I want to work on as well moving into this year. So I want to get that whole weekly routine established to be working on all these things. So that's definitely a goal as well. And all of this eventually is to lead me to another through hike of the AT, if you haven't caught my drift yet. So that leads me into goal number 4. This year I am going to be saving up for another through hike attempt of the AT. Now I've been saying since I got off trail in 2023 that I was going to save up, and I really haven't. I went full force into Run Disney and spent a lot of money on that when I got off the AT, because that was like my escape from my failure of 2023. And I was like, you know what, if I can't do the AT, then I'm gonna go full force into running. So yeah, the plan this year is to really get back into my budget. Now you're probably like, Laura, you are planning a trip to Machu Picchu and planning all these hikes and stuff. That's gonna cost money. Yeah, it is. But I have already started some healthy routines. I've cut back my, and this is in 2024 of December, I've cut back my like eating out expenses. I have not been going out to eat and like ordering Uber Eats as much as I have in the past. So that's good. Saving money there on groceries, because that's usually like my biggest expense other than rent every month. I am not going to like Starbucks every morning. I've invested in good coffee creamer, good coffee at home. So that will entice me to eat at home for breakfast. So that's like kind of like the more like tips of saving budget wise. But I'm also, so this is my thought process, and you guys tell me, if I every day after work do $20 a day, right? So Monday through Friday I do $20 a day earning on Uber Eats. I get $20. If I go over that in tips, great. I earn the $20. By the end of the week, 5 times 20 is 100, right? There's 52 weeks in a year. By the end of the year, if I do all that, I should have $5,200 saved. Now, obviously, I do have to do taxes into that, so I obviously want to earn a little bit more, which, like I said, I do have that extra 4 weeks in summer that I'm accounting for that I can earn a little bit more because I won't be teaching full time. But right then and there, I should have enough to hike the AT on a, budget, right? A very like strict budget. So that's the plan. If I stick to it, y'all need to hold me accountable. Ask me how I'm doing on my saving for the AT, please, so I can make this happen. Because honestly, that's been a big like hold up for me, is am I saving up enough money or not? So yeah, that's another goal of 2025, is to save up enough money. I gotta do it. I gotta put in the extra work, because I'm not gonna be able to do it just off of a teacher salary. So fingers crossed. And if I can do it in 2025, y'all know what that means, right? Wink, wink, wink. I'm terrible at winking. Maybe that should be another one of my goals. Learn how to wink without looking like a weirdo. The last goal is to try out some different gear, okay? So the other day I received a really fun package in the mail. So I'm gonna flash back to that right here. Good morning. It is 6:26 in the morning. My family used to say 6:26 Xenon. Anywho, I don't know what that's from. Anyone knows? Let me know in the comments. But my parents used to say it all the time, anytime it was 6:26. Anywho, I got some Happy Meal the other day, and I keep meaning to open it. And every day after school, I'm exhausted and I just don't open it. And so I was like, all right, before I go to work tomorrow, I have to open this package. So I want to show you guys. This is a new piece of gear. I want to see if you guys can guess what it is. And I have this over just because address, Anyone take a guess? What do we think it is? Hi, Chicky. Anyone? It is a new sleeping bag from Gossamer Gear for summer hiking. So, gonna do some hiking this summer, and I'm excited to have a new piece of gear. So, yay. All right, now it says not to use a blade to open it. So I'm like, how does one open it without a blade, Because I don't know. And I would trust their word when they say do not open it with a blade, because I opened my, I got a 1/8 inch foam from them, and I opened it with a blade and I cut part of it. So yeah, you know, fun. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Oh my God, it's so much tinier than the other one. So much tinier. I know it's got a fluff up still, but a sticker, we love that. And it did come with because I bought it on their November month sale. So it did come with a pump, or not a pump, a pillow. So curious to try that out. So yay, let's see, let's open it up. Oh, it's so pretty. And I did get it extra long and extra wide in hopes that that would help just the way I sleep. My other sleeping bag would kind of not fall off of me, but it would like not fully trap in all the heat. I got a new sleeping bag for summer. It is, I believe, a 40 degree, maybe a 30 degree bag. I have to go back and check. But the plan is to be able to have that so when I go out for these summer hikes to use it and make sure that it works for me in the summer weather up in the southern Appalachian Mountains / Foothills Trail. Is Foothills part of, I know it's not the Appalachian Trail, but is it part of the Appalachian Mountain Range? I don't know. I have to look that up. If you know, let me know in the comments. But anywho, so I just want to try out some different gear in 2025. Obviously, the main one was the sleeping bag. I have not wanted to do summer hikes because the thought of sleeping in a 10 degree sleeping bag that I have now in summer heat just makes me want to rip my skin off. So I was like, you know what, I'm just pulling the trigger. So I went on Gossamer Gear's website in November. I said, you know what, Black Friday sales, whenever that comes up, I'm gonna buy it. So November 1st or 2nd, I went on there and it was there. It was already, the November sale was already happening for the entire month. So I bought it. So that was good. So I have that. I also want to try different footwear. So I have been hiking in the Hoka Speed Goat since I got off the AT. I bought those shoes and I like those. Those are good. They've been working for me in the Florida weather. Now that tread has definitely worn down in the year and a half that I have been using them. So I bought a different pair. I bought the Brooks Cascadias. I don't know how easily those will be to get those on trail, but I figured I would try them. I use Brooks shoes for my running, so I figured Brooks brand might work for my feet because they've always worked for me in running. So I'm gonna try those out and see how those work, and hopefully they work well for me. And I also want to try a few other pieces of gear. I'm looking into potentially getting an Ursack instead of a bear bag. One of my hiking Tramley members when I was out on the AT had one, and I was always very jealous that he could literally just go and tie it to a tree and be done. And I struggled with bear bags. If y'all remember, I will link the funny video down below. If you remember me trying to throw a bear bag before trail and getting it stuck in my neighborhood tree, that was that was a good time. So, and then I struggled with it all the time, and my hiking partner had to do it a lot. The main thing that I struggled with was getting the rope over the branch. I could do the little tie thing. I don't remember how to do it anymore. I did buy a dog bone thing. If I'm gonna continue using a bear bag, I bought that in hopes to help me. But the main issue I had was throwing it over the branch. I could never get it high enough to go over like a good branch. So we'll see. I'm looking into doing potentially an Ursack for the Foothills Trail. I'm nervous to do that over summer though, because that's when the bears are out. So we'll see. Like I said, if y'all have ever used an Ursack, especially on the Foothills Trail, let me know. I potentially would do a bear canister because I also know some people on the trail that I met in the Smokies, it was so easy for them too. They just like went, stuck it in a little spot, remembered where the spot is in the morning, they went and grabbed it and didn't have to play the whole game of getting it over a branch. So I'm looking into that. I think that would be an easier solution, but with that being said, that's more weight, and Ursack is more weight as well. So we'll see. But anyhow, those are just a few gear things that I'm looking at changing and trying out in 2025. If you have any gear suggestions for me, let me know. But yeah, so those are my main 5 goals for 2025 in the hiking realm. Let me know what your goals are for 2025. I know this is coming out in February, so I'm sure you guys have already made your goals in January. How are those goals going? Your New Year's resolutions, are they going well? Do we need a little reset in February and start back over? I get that. So let me know how they're going. And I will see you all next week for another video. And hopefully we'll be out hiking in this next video. All right, bye.